if you joined us late today, Drill Sergeant Sullivan is here, and he's brought a group with him, Strap 'em Up Boot Camp. And we have young people here and some older people, and we're delighted to have everybody. And I want to start with this. Proverbs 22, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. And this is Sergeant Sullivan brought this.
Amen.
Yeah. And so what you're trying to do here and what you're accomplishing is not necessarily to get these people to join the armed forces, but to give them an opportunity to expand and to learn. And when they come out of your program, they will have achieved something worthwhile.
Absolutely. This program is not designed to be hard. We'd rather train and teach these kids. But if we need to show tough love, we can, and we know how, and we're good at it. But this program is just trying to shape these kids and to be the future, our future, which is here in a few years for some of them. This young man behind me.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. If you will introduce these people.
This young man behind me is Michael Sadiaga. He just got promoted to a horseman. His military code name is, tell me your name, Air Assault. Air Assault. This young lady right here, this is Miss Destiny Barnes. She is one of my female cadets in 3rd Platoon.
And how old is she?
9.
She's 9 years old.
9 years old. Okay.
And this gentleman to my rear that's standing tall, looking good, is Sergeant Black. This is his granddaughter. And that's his granddaughter on the other end. Her name is Cheyenne Black.
Okay.
The young man beside Sergeant Black is Miles Dillard, a.k.a. just got promoted as well, a.k.a. military name, Blade Runner. These two young ladies on the end over here, that's Taylor and Tamia, Assistant Tamia. And this is Miss Brittany Thompson.
Okay.
From Grace and Truth Church.
So you work with all ages?
All ages, churches. My particular church is the one we attend. They voted me in as youth leader, and
Then I wonder why. I wonder why they would do that. You're a great leader.
Well, I try hard, but she's a youth coordinator, so I mean, I can't do it without her. And she's been longing for so long to implement this program that for the talent piece of it and the mentoring piece. And the mentoring piece, but she needed someone to hang on to grab onto and pull up, and so it was divine intervention when we came together, because God don't make any mistakes. He brought us together, and she's gonna bring out the full potential in these kids because our vision is the same. I'm gonna handle the discipline part of it. She's gonna handle the talent and the mentoring part of it.
So you do a variety of
things. Yes, ma'am. We try and be the premier boot camp in the city of Greenville and surrounding areas.
Premier boot camp.
Yep, the premier boot camp, ideal, #1 boot camp.
Okay, and all right, now you're going to have things going on in the summer.
Yes, ma'am.
Suppose somebody's out there and they're thinking, they have a young person that might get involved. Does it cost a lot of money to join or to come and be a part of this, or how do you work this out?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We're a nonprofit. We have our articles of corporation from the Secretary of State of South Carolina. We have a 501c3. We're a 501c3 in place. But we charge a tuition fee for the kids, and it includes the uniform, the registration, the tuition, all meals, and all field trips. And it's a one-time payment. Okay,
now, and you will have this is ongoing all summer. So if somebody out there is thinking, wow, school will be out before too long, and this would be a wonderful opportunity.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And we're the cheapest in the nation. We don't charge the thousands of dollars like some of these places do, because it's not about the money. It's about these young people. It's about them. I've been given a mission and an assignment, and I'm just being obedient.
So if somebody out there wants to get involved, or maybe has, what age group, what is the very earliest?
The earliest is 6 to 16, 6 years old.
6 years
yes, ma'am.
old.
I'll make some exceptions if they're 5 1/2 or 5 3/4. You know how kids say, I'm 5 1/2. I'm 6.5, but I'll make an exception in some cases like that. Because if the kid's that age, and they want 9 or 10 times they want to be a part of the program,
Sure.
so I'll let them come on in.
So they're really taught leadership,
Absolutely.
even at age 6 and 7.
Leadership, respect, honor, courage, selfless service, commitment, loyalty, and duty.
So now, what about? How can people get involved? How can they get involved? If somebody out there is thinking of a summer program, now is the time to step up.
Now is the time, yes, ma'am. And with any organization or corporation, this is the tax season. If you decided or you don't have a nonprofit that you donate to, it would be an honor and a privilege, and the most of all, a blessing, if you would consider Strap 'em Up Bootcamp. We've been up and running for 5.5 years. No funding, nothing. Just a couple of donations and fundraisers. But by the grace of God, we're still here and we're not going anywhere.
Well, now I hope we I have a phone number here, and it's 864-484-2422. And of course, I'll keep that information here. I don't know if the director has it to put on the screen or not, but we have it here. And that's an ongoing number. And so you're welcome to call it and find out.
Yes, ma'am.
But you're the drill sergeant.
Yes, ma'am. Senior drill instructor.
Do you take these young people and they actually drill and do?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We go through all the different facing and marching movements. We teach them how left face, right face, about face, left step, right step, rear march. We teach them how to just do the things we did at Fort Jackson.
Where do they meet?
We meet at 29 Ridgeway Drive, which is here in Greenville.
In Greenville.
Yes,
now,
ma'am.
are there other chapters? If somebody,
not yet. But you just put that into the atmosphere. There will be. There will be.
So you're the beginning of this.
Yes, ma'am. We're like you said before on one of the visits we had. We're in our infancy stage. Even though it's been 5.5 years, to me it's still the infancy stage of this program.
So you'll have openings for the summer.
Yes, ma'am. For the summer, for the kids, parents that want to volunteer, and any prior military, preferably, or any individual that wants to be a part of this program. I will definitely put you in a uniform if you don't have one, and in a set of Desert Sand boots, because we could always need and could use boots on the ground to help us with these kids. It takes an army.
And so you came along as moral support here today, and you're involved in this?
Yes, in the Outlet Outreach Program. They're part of Anderson.
Okay.
If they want to join the program or come to Greenville from Anderson, they can contact me, and I'll get them to Drill Sergeant Sullivan. So anybody who is in the Anderson area can come to me, and I'll talk with them.
Okay.
And vice
and get
versa.
them in touch.
If anybody wants to get in touch with her, they come through me, via me, and I'll pass that
All right.
information
Now,
on to her.
Where do you have regular meeting times, and where?
Yes, ma'am. We meet on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Tuesday.
So that's 3 meetings a week.
3 meetings a week, 12 for 12 weeks.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, do they have to make that commitment that they're going to be there? I mean.
Oh, yes, ma'am. We
But if they're
try
young, they have to depend on somebody to
on
bring
the parents or the relatives or the grandparents in some cases,
Okay.
because a lot of grandparents.
And where
raise-
actually do you hold all these meetings?
It's like I said, it's on a field that we use on 29 Ridgeway at a place called Upstate Circle of Friends.
Upstate Circle of
Here in
Friends.
Greenville.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And you actually can get out there and march?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Huh?
March, run, jump. I tell you, drill, do confidence courses. I tell you, I even go as far as teaching these kids how to make up a military bunk. We're going through the phases just like we did in the military at Fort Jackson. Phase 1, Phase 2, and Phase 3. And they're identified by a different color that they're going to be wearing on their sleeves. And they're going to start graduating. I want to graduate 4 cycles this year. 4 groups of kids I want to be able to graduate 4 times.
And what do you think is, if a young person gets involved in this, what are the benefits for the young person?
The benefits.
What would you say?
Well, the one thing that I think it teaches them is leadership and commitment.
Okay.
Once they commit to this program, I think it drives them towards success.
Absolutely. I agree.
the biggest thing that I've seen in these ladies right here, that's the reason why they're with me, is their commitment. You know, this young lady comes to church every Sunday and is not
Every
forced
Sunday.
to come to church.
Every
From
Sunday.
the environment that they come from, they're not forced to come
Right.
to
They
to
choose-
church. They're not forced to make the decisions they make. They actually
They
come to
choose
me
to.
and say, hey,
Yep.
I want to do this. I want to succeed. And when they see Drill Sergeant Sullivan and they see his leadership and they see the commitment that he has towards them and their commitment towards him, then they know that they're going places.
Absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
you have a commitment to young
Oh,
people.
yes,
I
ma'am.
know that.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, this is what God has called me to do. I mean, even as a child, and when I played with the little Army men, my
Okay.
brother was a Vietnam vet. He did 2 tours, and I thought that was my superhero. That was my hero.
All right.
But superheroes don't wear capes no more. They don't wear capes that fly in the wind. Superheroes nowadays wear dog tags.
Okay, so there are openings and things available because now, you know, summer's going to be here before we know
Before we
it.
know it, yes, ma'am.
And so you still have a chance to, if you have a young person in your life, to get them involved.
That's right. Open enrollment.
Open enrollment, and what age group are you looking for?
Age from 6 to 16, boys and girls.
6 to 16, boys and girls.
Yes, ma'am.
And so if you're a young person or they can still be doing other things.
Oh,
It's
yes,
not a
ma'am.
total
Yes,
time
ma'am.
commitment.
Yes, ma'am. It's in the afternoon on Tuesday and Thursday, and Saturday we meet as
Okay.
early as 9:30 and stay as late as 2:30. So Saturday stays the same, but daylight saving when it comes, it's going to change from 5:30 in the afternoon to
Okay.
7:30. But
All
right
right.
now it's 5 to 7.
Okay, so you have openings, and it's time for, and if you're a parent out there, this is an advantage that perhaps your child could benefit from.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
It's a way they learn discipline.
Yes, ma'am. And these kids that come through this program have an advantage, you know, over the kids that don't. Not that they're better than, but they have an advantage because we employ all the military core values. We instill discipline, structure, and guidance in these kids. And as you read today, you train a child in the way you want them to go. And when they become older, they won't depart. And it starts at home. It starts at home, and we're here to help you.
Okay, well, I appreciate it,
stuff
and we
at home.
certainly have. We haven't had a chance to speak to these men, but they're standing at attention through the whole program, so they're well trained.
Well, parade, what's it?
And-
Strap them up. Up 10.
Oh boy, thank
Parade.
you.
Yes.
Okay, so this is an opportunity that maybe you didn't know about. So we hope and pray that some good comes from this.
Amen.
And I know that what you do is
Yes, ma'am.
powerful.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Drill
God be the
Sergeant
glory.
Sullivan,
To God
and
be the
all
glory.
these good people who came with him. God bless you for what you're doing.
To God be the glory.
Okay, this is an outreach for kids, and it's a powerful thing. Thank you. Wherever you are, we wish you joy and good health, and see us tomorrow. Bye-bye.